Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today is Friday Freebie Day. So we are on number 174. Now this one goes with last week's. So if you got last week's, you will love this because this is really good. So what I'm going to do, I have actually printed on the back of this one as well, so you can, it's entirely up to you, because we're going to pop this together, and they're little holders for your little books that we made last week. So loving them, absolutely loving this. I'm going to show you how I did it. I haven't got any ready. I'm going to cut this out, but I'm going to show you how I score it, because we need to bend them. But I'm going to just quickly show you these. Now this is what they look like. So if I take the little books out, I've printed, this is the printed on the inside of it, and this is your lovely little wooden background on there. And what I've done, I popped little beads on the bottom, so it's like a little holder, and then we just pop our little books in there like that, which I love. So I need to make more books because I'm just loving these. And this is the other one. I've given you two, so you can do whatever you like with them. I popped a little sort of doily on this one, which I thought looked really nice. One of the wood panels goes one way and one goes the other, so this one goes across and this one goes up. But I have put black beads on there because I had some big ones, but I'm not 100% sure whether I actually like the black ones, but I just think they look fabulous. And that just beside your desk or up on your shelf, I think looks really lovely. And also Andy came up with the idea as well, you could have them as like bookends, couldn't you? If you put something a little bit sort of like non-slip on the bottom of each one, you could pop little books in there and have them as little bookends, which I thought was a great idea. So I'm going to show you how to make them really simple. But first of all, I'm going to show you a new kit that we've got out. Now you're going to love this because, make sure I've got it all in the right way, they are some more book covers. It's a vintage and shabby book embellishment kit. Well, it's not a kit, it's just sort of like embellishments, and I'm loving them, absolutely loving them. Now I've been asked for some more of the book covers, so look at those. We have got some beautiful shabby ones for you. So we've got some shabby ones, and we've got some nice ones. Just I mean, they're sort of like some nice coloured ones. So these are sort of like ladies ones, and these are sort of like more masculine ones, aren't they? So we've got a couple of those, and then we've shrunk them down so you can have little bitty books, which are gorgeous. And shall I just measure those quickly? So that's roughly 5.5 centimetres high, or just over 2 inches, like that. So the sort of like the book cover will be 4 centimetres or 1.5 inches, roughly, depending on, you know, your printer, if it prints out the same as mine. But they are lovely. Look at these. I've got some spines for you as well. So we've got some fabulous shabby ones. This little set here are the same size as these books, like that. So you can put any sort of like little cover thing on there that you would like as well. And then you've got these which can go down the side of a page. You can pop them together to make little bits and pieces. Oh, I just think they're great embellishments. You can use it as belly bands. I just think they're lovely, but I love the shabby ones, absolutely gorgeous. Whoops, upside down. These are some little embellishments. We've got some little page tabs there. We've got some journal cards. Look at these. These are just absolutely gorgeous little panels. These are some book belly bands. They're sort of like the shabby ones, and then you've got the vintage ones. And we have some journal cards. Now originally I was going to do these as fussy cuts, but they were quite intricate to cut out, so we popped a background on them, but so you can just cut them out as journal cards. But you can fussy cut around these if you want to, or just leave like a little gap around, and then you don't have the white background, you've got like a vintage, or you've got like a little shabby background to them. So I will be doing those as well. I'll show you. I'll be making stuff out of these anyway. So you, again, there's 2 options there, but I thought if I left them as fussy cuts, they're a little bit fussy to cut, if you know what I mean. We have some lovely pockets. So we have vintage pockets. So this one here, you just fold these 2 down and it's like a little corner pocket there. And then we have one for the other side. And then these are just like little book pockets, which I just love. So that's the shabby, and then we've got the vintage as well. And then we have, again, I have got some little book holders. So we've got a couple of different colors from the Friday freebie. So if you don't get the Friday freebie, they are in the kit. Upside down again. And then I have these, which I thought would make fabulous little paper clips. So they got some shabby books on here. We've got some little vintage books, but I just think this kit is lovely. You've got 10 pages of different things on there, but I'm just loving the little shabby books on here. But look at that, love them. So that I will be playing with next week. But this one, again, I have printed on the back. So if you can print on the back, or you can stick on the back. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you first how I cut them out. Let me pop my little book stands over there. Right, I'm going to just cut along here first. So I'm going to cut that little end off, and then I'm going to cut this end off like that. Okay, and then down the side. So I'm just going to go down this side straight, so we're even on here like that. Now these have got printing on, so you can use these. Don't throw those away, because you'll be able to use those for something or other, little embellishment or something. So we're going to just go down there. So we've got it all nice and cut out there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually score this before I cut out the rest with scissors. So I'm hoping you can see this. Am I in the right place? Yes. So pop that, so we've got the end there and the end there. So make sure we're in, and then I'm just going to score all the way down along here, because that is where we are going to fold. I'm going to turn it round, line that up again, and do the same for this side, and just score, oopsie daisy, score down through there. And then we'll turn it this way and then we will score this bit across. You don't have to do it on your cutting machine, you can do it on your scoreboard if you've got one. So we'll do that one, I'm going to turn it round, and then we will just score down this one like that. So they're all lined up, so you can just go have a straight line all the way down. But again, if you don't have anything like that, just get a ruler like this, and if you've got a little ball tool or a empty biro or something like that, just go down and score, just so it gives you another line to work with. Let me just pop that out of the way. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just cut these out. So we'll just cut these out. I didn't cut them out before because I just wanted to show you how I score it before I cut them out. It's easier to do it on the big piece than it is, you know, with the separate pieces. And then cut these. Try and cut these in one go, because we're going to use this little bit like that. These little tabs just to fold under. So cut this out. Well, I hope you guys have had a lovely week, and I hope you've managed to make the little books that we had last week. Well, I've had some really lovely messages from you just saying how much you love them, so thank you so much. I know you all enjoy the Friday freebies, and we love making them as well. So that's one. And it keeps you all out of mischief, doesn't it? It gives you something to do, a little project to do. Especially now, lots of you are snowed in, aren't you? and I feel really bad because I moan that it's cold here when you guys are all sort of like snowed in and it's freezing cold, when we are, you know, I complained it was cold today and I think it was 17 degrees here. So I'm spoiled, that's my trouble. I like the sunshine, I like the heat. Okay, so look at these, how simple. Nice straight lines. So we just cut these out like this. Nice and straight. There we go. Easy peasy. Like that. So we're going to keep these. Now I want 2 of these. So I'm just going to cut these little end bits off. Like that. So I want that one. And we want that one. The paper that I've used on here is from the calendar journal. I think it's the floral one that I was using. But again, so you've got all these little bits that we can use. So if you print on the back, just keep those little bits because they can be made into little paper clips and things like that. So I'm going to keep these 2. So what we're going to do, easy peasy, fold these in. So when you've scored them, look, you can just fold that in. It's so simple to fold in then. Fold those down and then fold these little pieces like that. Easy, isn't it? Now these ones, they just fold in like that and stick on top. So we've got, let's move that one out of the way. So all we're going to do is glue that like that onto there. So really, really simple. So we shall do that. I've cleaned my glue bottle, so my little metal bit is all nice and clean now, and it works properly. So I'm going to stick that in there, pop that on to there, just stick that down. Now again, stick it down with whatever you like. Bit of glue stick, you can have glue stick, you can use a little bit of double-sided tape, anything that you want to glue it down with. A little bit of cheap PVA school glue is fine. You don't have to buy expensive stuff. Like that. Okay, so that's stuck down. So that's our, make sure I'm in. There we go. Fabulous. And I'm going to just do the other one, I think, while I'm here. There we go. So that's like a little bookend, isn't it? I just think they are fabulous, and I think this looks really, really lovely, this paper in there. But again, you can use tea stain paper. You can pop, you can sort of like decoupage some book paper on there. It's entirely up to you what you use. You can stick a little bit of fabric on there, so it's nice and shabby. So I've got a little white line on there. Let's just tidy that up. Not that you're going to really see it, but I'm going to just cut that off, glue this on, and then pop that down. So they are so simple to make, and I just love them. Now I've got little beads. There's optional, obviously, to put beads on the bottom, but I quite like it as little feet on there. I think they look really cute. Not quite sure whether I really like the black beads on there, but they're the biggest sort of beads and the most beads I sort of had to hand, so that's why I used those. So let's stick that down. Perfect. Look at that. Now, while that one's drying, I'm just going to go round. Of course, I'm going to ink it for a minute. Let's just pop the lid on there before we use those. Just going to get this little white bit that I don't like. Just ink that up like that, just around the edges. Just like that. Perfect. And then if you see any little white bits, not that you'll see the bottom. There we go, just go around to the edge. Like that. Perfect. There we are. So we've got two. So you can just leave them as they are, which I mean, or you can put them together, stick them together. You've got little bookends and things like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick these on to the bottom. Now instead of sort of like, I'm going to just have to cut a little bit off that, it's a little bit too big. This, I'm putting this on the bottom because it just sort of like reinforces it a little bit for when we're popping the beads on. So that's just going to be stuck on there. You can use another piece of card, but we might as well use what we've got instead of sort of like throwing it away or anything like that. We might as well just use what we've got. Let's just stick that on. Take that, pop that this way. I've probably got glitter on my hands. I've been doing a video today for the Let's Resin, which went out last night. But I was using some beautiful glitter, holographic glitter and flakes. But as you know, with glitter it gets everywhere. So I had it stuck all over my nails, so I've been having a good scrub. I've got ink and all sorts on my hands today. There we go. So we'll stick this onto there like that. It doesn't fit perfectly, but it just makes that bottom just a little bit harder like that. Okay, let's pop those down, squash those down. Look at that, they are lovely. I love that paper inside. I just think it looks so shabby and pretty, and I think that paper would go so well with making these ones, wouldn't it? Don't you think they would look lovely in there? So I can't wait to make little books like that. And these can just go on your side. They don't have to be anything, but how lovely is that? It's a little gift if you had little photographs and little messages in there. I think they are just beautiful. So lovely. Right, I have a little box of beads here. Let me pop those out of the way a minute. So I have some beads in here. Now these are the black ones that I used. They're quite big, but I'm going to pop these little ones. I think I've got little brown ones. I could do with some bigger ones of these, but this is all I've got, so I'm going to use those. I've got some little snowbally ones. Whoopsie daisy. But I'm going to use these. I think these are quite inexpensive little wooden beads. So let's use these. Now again, I've got these ones what I coloured myself, but they're way too small. But again, oh look, that's a bigger one. I hope I got a bigger one in there. Where did that come from? Don't need that one. So I need 8 of these, and I am going to glue gun them on because I have my glue gun here. Now again, you can colour these if you want to, with a little bit of ink or something like that. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick them on the bottom. Now I used this. Now this is just from my watercolour paint set, but it sort of like fits on here. So if you've got like a little box, it's, you know, easy to do. So you can just hold that so it's flat. It's a lot easier to use. And then all I'm going to do is pop a little blob of my glue gun on there, take one of these little beads and stick it on. So these are going to be like little diddy feet. Move that over so we've got like a nice hard bit on there, so you can pop anything, any little thing that you've got that will just support it like that, and just stick that down. And then on this side like that. You can have little coloured beads, whatever you've got. You don't even have to have beads. Oh, look at that glue. Just, I mean, you can have whatever you like. Pop whatever you like on there. Let's just pop that. But I think, oh, it's a big piece there. But I think having little feet is just really cute. Stick that on. Beads everywhere. Okay, let's pop that down there. Let's get the next one. Let's do the 2 together. Pop that on. A little bit of glue. pop a little bead on. I think these beads, I think they're just cheap beads that I picked up. They don't look like they're all the same size to me. It's because when I'm out and about, I pick up things that I find that I might be able to use, and if they're cheap I will just buy them anyway. But if they're little feet, doesn't really matter because you're not going to really see them anyway, are you? Let's just pop a little blob of glue. Now if you're going to use PVA glue or something like that, just make sure you've got something like that and it will stay on there. So if you had a bigger one, you could pop them on together and just leave them to dry for a little while. But obviously glue gun is good. And look at that. We have two lovely little bookends, little book stands. But again, you can also use, I've got some papers here, there's a piece of the book paper, you can use them as well just to pop your little bits of scrap paper in like that on the side of your desk as well. But I think they're just so pretty. Now I'm gonna have to take these books out because I don't have any more. They just sit in there. Now I did make them slightly, oh look, I've got glue gun all over me. Slightly bigger because I wasn't quite sure if you've made them how many pages you put in your book. So I didn't want to make them so they are really tight. But having a little bit of room, and then you can just take each one out without having to sort of like force them in and out. But I just think they are lovely. Now again, I've made them wood, because you can pop little flowers on here. You've got lots of fussy cuts you can use, I'm sure. Anything on there, little bits of lace around the edges. So what I'm going to do, I've got one of these, so I'm just going to show you how I did this one. Look, super simple, and I just love this inside as well. I think they're really nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pop it like that. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on here like that. Stick this, I'm going to stick it on the inside like that. Pop a little bit of glue on there without it going through that little hole. And then I've got another, whoops, itty bitty little sort of doily thing on there, and we'll stick that. It did stick to my table, look at that. And then you can pop a little bead or something like that on there as well. But for shabbiness, I think it looks really pretty, doesn't it, on your shelf? But I'm loving them. So there we go, guys. That is your Friday freebie for this week. I need to make some more little books, don't I? But they are just beautiful, and somewhere to pop them, somewhere to sit your little books if you've made some. And again, if you want to go and purchase these embellishment kit, go and do that, and then make these up. I'm going to be doing that as well. I'm going to make lots of lovely little books, and I think they all make brilliant little happy mail, don't they? And I love Shabby. We love Shabby. So there we go, guys. This is your Friday freebie. So pop over to the Facebook group. Links are all under the video. You can go and print this off. And I do have, oh, I didn't bring, 2 minutes. I'm going to go and get the Kofi page, so give me 2 seconds. There we go. This is your Kofi freebie for this week. So this is for my monthly supporters and the one-off supporters. So this is just beautiful. I am loving this. So that's a lovely page for you. So if you are a Kofi monthly or a one-off, pop over to Kofi and print that off as well. Sorry, I forgot to pick that up when I was doing it in the beginning. So there we go. That's your two. So pop over to Facebook and print that off. All the links are underneath the video. So there we go, guys. And this is it. And if you didn't see last week's, let me just get that. It was last week's as well, and they are both will be in the Facebook group. So do please print them off, because this one goes with this one really well. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I have got 4 lovely little bookends bookends, book stands, anything you would like to call them, but I think they're beautiful. And I love the words because you can just embellish them however you like. Pop lace all around the outside, however you want to do it. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. Guys, bye bye.